hi, I'm randomness things, and yeah, and the reason I have 1701 in my channel name is because I really like Star Trek, so I had to get some Star Trek stuff in, and this is the top 10 Next Generation episodes, and yeah, I'll see you there. Okay, so at number 10 we have family, and so it's a really good episode. It's about Picard's family reunion, and then it kind of goes wrong, and yeah, and it's the episode right after he gets assimilated by the Borg, so his brother's all acting all mean about it, and yeah, and also Worf's parents are on the Enterprise, but the main story's about Picard, and it's a good episode. It's a very nice episode. It's like a family episode. It's just like about Picard's family and stuff, and yeah. Okay. So coming in at number 9 we have Remember Me. And for those of you who don't want spoilers, leave now, because I'm going to spoil it. So Dr. Crusher gets trapped in a warp bubble, and everyone on the Enterprise keeps on disappearing, and then the universe comes down to only 715 meters, and then she has to go into engineering and go back through the warp bubble to get into her real reality, or else she would have died because the universe was collapsing somehow. And yeah, it's just a great episode. Yeah. 3. Okay, coming in at number 8, we have All Good Things. It's the last episode, and it's pretty nice, and it's where Picard keeps on moving through time, and then it turns out Q is behind all of it, and then he has to go way back, and Q somehow went way back, and he stopped the first living organisms to be born, and there's this huge spacious anomaly which is causing all of it. It's like really complicated, but it's a pretty nice episode, and it's the last episode, and yeah. Okay. So coming in at number 6, we have Unification. And a lot of you might not agree, but I just love all this stuff with Spock and Data, and it's just great to have Spock on the Next Generation, because my favorite series is the Next Generation, and my favorite character is Spock, so it's hard to not have this episode somewhere in my top 10, and it's really crazy. It's a pretty awesome episode, and yeah, and leave down below in the comments if you want, if you don't agree, but you probably won't, but yeah. Okay, so next episode is Chain of Command, mostly because how many lights are there? There are 4 lights. I mean, all you not Trekkies have no idea what that means, but it's just a quote in the episode, and that's what really makes everyone like it so much. And he gets tortured by the Cardassians as a prisoner of war, and just the guy in command of the Enterprise is just not nice to Riker, and it's just a great episode, and why did I mention that? It's not nice to Riker. It doesn't make it so great, but it just is a very good episode. There are 4 lights. Okay, coming in at number 7, we have Measure of a Man, and you all know how good this episode is. It's about Data being sentient, which then he goes into a court-martial because someone wants to dismantle him, to do experiments on him, and then Picard stands up for him, and Riker has to go against him, even though he wants to go for Data, because if there's no trial with the prosecutor, then nothing will work out, and he'll just be dismantled anyway. So it's really just a good episode, and yeah. Coming in at number 4, we have Tapestry, and in this episode, Picard's artificial heart is failing, and it turns out when he was younger he got in a fight with a Nausicaan, or whatever they're called, and he got stabbed in the back, and then he lost his heart, so they had to put an artificial heart in him, and he got shot by this random laser beam, and then he started dying, and then he got into the afterlife with the Q. And then after that he went back in time and tried to fix it, but then when he came back he was just some dumb medical officer, and he hated that life, so he went back and got killed, and then Q gave him his life back. It's very complicated, but actually I just made it complicated. It isn't actually that complicated, but yeah, that's it. So coming in at number 3, we have The Inner Light, where Picard gets attacked by this probe thing, and then he lives 40 years of a life inside of a span of 20 minutes in his real reality. Actually 25 minutes. But in his this alternate reality, he keeps on saying, no, this is not real. And it turns out the probe droid was shot out by an ancient civilization which died out a long time ago. And the probe was just to remember them, and all the people who died throughout his fake lifetime came back at the end and told him, this is just to remember us, and it's just a really nice episode. And yeah. Yeah. So coming in at number 2, we have Yesterday's Enterprise, and everyone says Tasha Yar lived a stupid death until they watch this one. So a ship comes out, and that ship was the one that made the peace treaty with the Klingons. So the ship from the past came to the future, so now they don't have the peace treaty with the Klingons anymore, so they're at war with the Klingons, and Worf is commanding the other ship. And then what happened was Tasha Yar was on their ship again, and so she didn't really live that pointless of a death, because to save them, Guinan realized that it was an alternate timeline, because she's just Guinan, and so they sent Tasha Yar back on the ship to fix history, because the ship's captain died, so Tasha Yar had to replace her, which is really weird. And Tasha Yar falls in love with the guy, and so they go back together. Tasha Yar is one of the survivors. Eventually you see her half-Romulan daughter, because when she went back, she was one of the survivors on the ship, and then her daughter is still alive, so this actor comes back in some of the other episodes, and yeah. Coming in at number 1, we got The Best of Both Worlds, parts 1 and 2. And just, it's amazing how, Riker says fire, and then he's going for the Borg ship, and then the Borg ship, and that's when it ends the episode. And then my dad said he had to wait 3 months before he could watch the second part of it. It was just very painful for him, because he's a huge Trekkie, and if you watch this, you know how good it is, and it's just how Picard gets assimilated to the Borg, and Borg just get all the Federation's knowledge, and then Picard has all the Borg knowledge after he gets saved. It's just a crazy good episode.